Hello ladies and gentles, and welcome to a new stencil cutting video, but we're going to start with this picture here. I'm a massive Bon Jovi fan, and Bon Jovi, obviously, because they've been around for a long time, we've gone through a lot of looks and a lot of changes, from the long-haired, curly mop tops of Slippery to the cool, edgy, grungy look of These Days, to the sunglasses of Have a Nice Day, to the grey hair of now. He's a damn good looking chap, and I wanted to do a painting of him, but I wanted to capture a bit more of sort of the attitude opposed to just the beauty. And I came across this photograph here. I cannot find for the life of me who took this photograph. I've trawled the internet. I couldn't even find a very good high resolution one, so this may look a bit crap on your big TVs. So if anybody knows who took this photograph, please, let me know so I can credit it down below. This photograph shows John in, and this is going to sound weird, sort of a Tom Waitsy, Charles Bukowski, that sort of more gritty look. And when I saw it, it's a very over-sharpened image as well. You can see all the pores. I thought this is going to be a challenge to make a stencil out of. So this is the image I'm going to use of Mr. JBJ. So let's get on with what you came here for instead of some silly explanation. Let's get on with the video. Here we go! And the stencil. Oh, there's a photograph. I have done blue. I always do my base drawing in blue just because that's the way the comic book artists do it, so it doesn't show up on the photocopier or whatever the machine is they used to copy it back in the day. So here I did the very base lines in blue, which I didn't show because it's very boring just watching me map out a nose. And then I've gone in with black to define all these little bits and all these little nooks and crannies and what have you. Because like I said, the face is very over sharpened, so you really could see all the pores and you could see the stubble and sort of the creases. It's just such a good photograph. I can't say how much I love the photograph. Anyway, so that's where the challenge was here. Lots and lots and lots of small cuts, lots of delicate cuts, lots of adjoining lines to make sure I got this look. I'm going to keep calling it the Tom Waits look, but the Tom Waits look of John Bon Jovi, which is still, better looking than any of us. Let's start talking about how good looking is, right? Let's get on with actually talking about the art. The stencil, as I always say, I'll just say you now, just in case you want to know, it's on a 300 GMS card. I'm cutting it with a swan scalpel with an acrylic handle. I can't remember what the blade's called. I think A10 or something like that they're called. And it probably hurts my hand because it always does. This is the middle layer, the mid-tones. So this will always be the more the layer that's got the most cuts in, the layer that's the most busy, but also the layer that is the foundations for the whole painting. It doesn't, cup of tea, how English am I? It doesn't matter how crooked or off it is. This is the base level. So this is the most important one for building the painting on. There you go, you can see. It doesn't really matter that it doesn't look too much like him there because it's just the midtones. So I can't remember what my point was. My point was that will always look a bit crappy, that layer, but it's the one that everything jumps off of, is the concrete of the painting. And now I'm going on to the 3 layer. So there's only a 3-layer painting, 3-layer stencil. This is the shadow layer, the detail layer, the black layer, I guess. This one will look a lot more like John. This one is where you bring in the detail, which would be like, so the very deep creases, the very deep stubble, and then also the shadow, so the shadow of the lips there, the creases in the lips, the eyeballs, the bits of the hair that are more defined. This balances the midtones and gives the midtones something to sit on. So when the midtones are there, this black goes on top of it, and this black now makes a midtone, which was a bit messy, look more constructed. This was, again, fiddly as hell because I was trying to get this rough look of John, and as you can see, there's a lot of small cuts. I think I cut my finger a couple of times. Not too bad though for me. What else can I say about it? I've done so many of these videos, I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself, but then if this is the first one you've watched, I'm not repeating myself. That's some type of weird paradox I've got into. You can really see that's looking more like John now. Also, taking away John's hair, which this photograph does, you can't see a lot of John's hair, but you got the nose and the mouth and the eyes. That's looking a lot more like Mr. JBJ. And now I'm doing the highlight layer. This was interesting. So this is the highlight layer. So the white on this case, if I spray it in blacks, or the light blue if I spray it in blues, whatever I spray it in. This one, I really wanted to do this pattern, this carved up nature, kind of like bark on a tree was the idea here. So this bark on a tree would be the highlight. So that's the end of the nose I was cutting there. That's the sort of that canal thing above your lip. I'm sure there's a name for it. And this is just the very, very tips of the icebergs, the tip of the hair, the tip of the cheeks, the tip of the eyeballs, the tip of the lips. Tip of the lips, which I think looks really good. Oh, here's all of them. God, we got to the end of the video already. I'm sorry, I've not said enough. That's interesting. Here's all 3 stencils. Let's go close. There is the white layer, the highlight layer. That is the detail, the dark layer, the shadow layer. That's the one that looks the most like Mr. JBJ, and it should on all stencils. That's the one. And then there's our foundation layer, which is the most delicate, the one that falls apart, the one that will get ripped, but the one that everything builds on. And here, as you see, I'm filming at night, so I'm going to use a video light so you can see things, but it kind of gives it like a cool X-Files look, doesn't it? Should I put more X-Files in my videos? I don't know. And then we're having one more look at them all. So I think they're really good. I'm excited about spraying this painting. So please, please, please subscribe to my channel, and then you will see this painting be sprayed, this stencil be sprayed. Sometimes my words don't really sound like words. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know if I said anything that's interesting, but my voice is probably better than copyright-free music. So please subscribe, thumbs up. Let me know if you know who took that photograph. Let me know if you love Bon Jovi, because then you can be my best friend. Bye!